14 days. So like you go in for an acupuncture session, you get off the table, even with a chiropractic adjustment. And you get a chiropractic adjustment, you're driving down the road, half hour, hour later, and all of a sudden adjustment, and you really feel the movement of the energy, and like, because you've had your spine all of a sudden you wind up, and you've got all the subluxation straightened out, and it's like, the world just a little bit crisper. Yeah, it's funny, the very first chiropractic adjustment I had, and I, again, in sports for so many years, and it was like somebody just put everything into Technicolor. It just, everything felt and seemed just a little bit more present, and that proceeded to get more and more over the years of chiropractic and doing that. But that very first time, I was like, oh my God, that's such a huge difference, just in terms of awareness.
Yeah, I couldn't tell the very first time I went to the chiropractor, like you said, until later. You're like, oh, actually, I don't even have that pain anymore. What happened? Like, it's gone. And it had been consistent pain that had been going for a long time. Like, you couldn't even sit still for 15 minutes, showing you back what's killing you. And all of a sudden, it was just gone.
I've had people talk about sense of smell and things like that becoming more heightened after chiropractic too over time, because it's your nerves. And you think about it, the more if you have something's unlocked. Actually, a colleague of mine was telling me about a patient that different senses became more. Yeah, it's not just for pain. But that's a really good. That's a really important aspect of it, is relieving that.
Question about. I'm trying to say this in a light way, like about sound, right? The didgeridoo. Is there the same effects you can get through a CD or something, or does it have to be?
When I started doing this, I was the biggest skeptic about the CDs. I didn't think that there was going to be. It would be effective, not even as effective, just effective. Period. And it was the the acupuncturist that I was doing collaborative work with that started using literally my very first demo CD, which I've collected back. If anybody's ever had them, like, give me that and take this. Like, they're that to me, they're that bad. People love them, but I just have gone back and listened to them, and I don't resonate with them anymore. And they were getting really profound results happen in their acupuncture sessions. And I do combine work with acupuncturists, massage therapists, and chiropractors. And what they found with the CD, and this was 4 different acupuncturists, 4 different clients, similar thing happened where it was this 4-minute meditation that was played on repeat, and when the blockage released, the acupuncture needle would just push out and fall over. And if you've ever had acupuncture, the needles are on average about the thickness of a human hair, and they don't just sit on top. I mean, usually deep needling is deep. They call it deep needling. Going deep. And then again, if you think about it in terms of you've got all this energy moving, you're unlocking the stagnation. It actually makes perfect sense that acupuncture point would, on that meridian, if it released and the energy started flowing again, just the natural push would do that. Theoretically, that's what happened. It heightened it. And that's the other interesting thing with energy sciences and energy medicine is nothing is conclusive. You can't say definitively. Like when you look in the Western medical definitions of acupuncture as to what it's doing, they say it's releasing endorphins and it's only good for pain. But it does so much more than that. But they can't quantify it. Their belief is that the needle actually is just causing a relief of a particular endorphin, which is causing the pain. But then you look deeper as to what it's doing, and you go through a 5-element cycle and feel when a traditional 5-element acupuncturist is working on spleen and asks you, so you've been eating, this is me, my story, so you've been eating a lot of pastries this week, and I'm feeling spleen just screaming because spleen gets aggravated by sugar. And I used to have a really big sweet tooth, I still do, but it's recovered. And it was really causing some health stuff with me. And my acupuncturist would know if I had one piece of cake, during the course of that week. And it was, so that's why when you look at it like that and go, okay, so Western medicine looks at it and says, we definitely think that acupuncture does something, but it's only pain related. Yet you can have a person doing work down to the organ, the subtle energy system, and tell you what you've eaten over the last week. It's pretty amazing to me. To me, that's the conclusive evidence that I need to know that there's something going on inside of the subtle energy system.